Hi, I'm Clara Silverstein. I am the Community Engagement Manager at Historic Newton, and I also lived in Auburndale for 30 years. You'll hear a tiny bit of that in this piece I'm reading called The Recipes from the Grandmother Who Didn't Cook. My grandmother saved recipes the way that some people save ticket stubs or postcards from their travels. She didn't cook much. That was the housekeeper's job. But she chronicled her life in Richmond, Virginia, through recipes she wrote in her distinctive cursive, in blue ink from a fountain pen. Always thrifty, she wrote on the back of envelopes, bridge scorecards, and tear off daily calendar pages from the 1930s. She also clipped recipes from newspapers and earmarked what she liked in pamphlets advertising products such as the new Frigidaire. Because I didn't identify my grandmother as someone who liked to cook, I was surprised to find a trove of recipes when my mother and I were cleaning out her apartment after she went to a nursing home. "Look at this old junk sitting here gathering dust," my mother said, pulling out pamphlets from the American Can Company, Planters Peanut Oil, and Flauta brand tomato products. A trash bag was poised at her feet. "Wait," I said, opening the Silent Hostess treasure book published by GE in 1932. Out fell handwritten recipes for strawberry preserves and something with no title that looked like boiled salad dressing. "I want these." "But what will you do with them?" Mother asked. Recently married, living in Auburndale and working long hours, I barely had time to plan meals, much less go food shopping. "Look how funny the recipes are," I said, pointing to lemon aspic and frozen pineapple cheese. Mother smiled, shrugged, and packed everything in paper bags from the supermarket. In the more than 30 years that have followed, I have returned to these recipes again and again. I can't find this sort of inspiration on a cooking show or in an online database. I now have more time to cook, and trying out historic recipes, even the weird ones, is now a passion project. Most of my grandmother's recipes are so old that they now seem like fresh ideas. More than that, I've learned about my family's history. In one book, I found a list of my grandfather's favorite dishes in his handwriting, especially poignant because he died when I was a baby. No gourmet snob, he liked Welsh rarebit, pea soup and sausage, and corn fritters with fried tomatoes. I also found recipes from my grandmother's aunts, her two sisters, her friends, and the synagogue sisterhood, a chronicle of what people made and served to each other, mostly from the 1930s through 1950s. These recipes also led me to start exploring food history, which has proven useful in my current role at Historic Newton. Looking at recipes and foodways provides an interesting lens on the past. Using recipes from Historic Newton's archives and other research, I've built programs around the history of gingerbread, as well as victory gardens. I've also made period favorites, including Jell-O salads, which were not as bad as you might think, and party punch to serve at programs. What will I make for dinner tonight? Modernized English muffins? Baked peas? Royal custard? So many possibilities. Whatever I pick, I'll remember my grandmother, not at the stove in an apron, but at the head of a table, her blue eyes bright above the china given to her as a wedding present, so happy to be serving me. Thank you.